Continuing where I left off, soon the hunters, riding in company to high pathless hills, saw mountain goats shoot down from a rocky peak and scamper on the ridges. Toward the plain, deer left the slopes, herding in clouds of dust, in flight across the open lands. Alone, the boy Ascanius, delightedly riding his eager horse amid the lowland vales, outran both goats and deer. Could he only meet, amid the harmless game, some foaming bear, or a tawny lion down from the mountainside? Meanwhile, in heaven began a rolling thunder, and soon the storm broke, pouring rain and hail. Then Tyrians and Trojans in alarm, when Venice Dardan, grandson, ran for cover, here and there in the wilderness, as freshets course from the high hills. Now, to the self-same cave came Dido, and the captain of the Trojans, primal Earth herself and nuptial Juno, opened the ritual, torches of lightning blazed. High heaven became witness to the marriage, and nymphs cried out wild hymns from a mountain top. That day was the first cause of death and first of sorrow. Dido had no further qualms as to impressions given and set abroad. She thought no longer of a secret love, but called it marriage. Thus, under that name, she hid her fault. Now, in no time at all, through all the African cities, rumor goes, nimble as quicksilver among evils. Rumor thrives on motion, stronger for the running, lowly at first through fear, then rearing high, she treads the land, and hides her head in cloud. As people fable it, the earth, her mother, furious against the gods, bore a late sister to the giant Coeus and Enceladus, giving her speed on foot and on the wing. Monstrous the form, titanic, pinioned with an eye beneath for every body feather, and, strange to say, as many tongues and buzzing mouths as eyes, as many pricked up ears. By night she flies between the earth and heaven, shrieking through darkness, and she never turns her eyelids down to sleep. By day she broods on the alert, on rooftops or on towers, bringing great cities fear, harping on lies, and slander ever-handedly with truth. In those days, rumor took an evil joy at filling countrysides with whispers, gossip of what was done and never done. How this Aeneid landed, Trojans born, how Dido, in her beauty, graced his company, then how they revealed all the winter long, unmindful of the realm, prisoners of lust. These tales the scabrous goddess put about on men's lips everywhere. Her twisting course took her to King Iberus, whom she set ablaze with anger, piled on top of anger. Son of Jupiter, Hammon by a nymph, a ravished Garamantine, this prince had built the god 100 giant shrines, 100 altars, each with holy fires, all right by night and day, sentries on watch. The ground enriched by victims' bloods, the doors festooned with flowering wreaths. Before his altars, King Iarbis, praised by the raw story, stood, they say, amid the presences, with supplicating hands, pouring out prayer. All-powerful Jove, to whom the feasting Moors, at ease, on coloured couches tips their wine. Do you see this? Are we then fools to fear you, throwing down your bolts? Those dazzling fires of lightning, are they aimless in the clouds, and rumbling thunder meaningless? This woman, who turned up in our country, and laid down a tiny city at a price, to whom I gave a beach to plough, and on my terms, after refusing to marry me, has taken Aeneid to be master in her realm. And now Sir Paris, with his men, half-men, his chin and perfumed hair tied up, in a Maeonian bonnet, takes possession. As for ourselves, here we are bringing gifts into these shrines, supposedly your shrines, hugging that empty Babel. Please light this, from the man clinging to his altar's reach, the ears of the Almighty. Now he turned his eyes upon the Queen's town and the lovers, careless of their good name, then spoke to Mercury, assigning him a mission. Son, bestir yourself, call up the zephyrs, take to your wings, and glide. Approach the darting captain where he tarries, wrapped in tyrant Carthage, losing sight of future towns in the fates ordain. Correct him, carry my speech to him on the running winds. No son like this did his enchanting mother promise to us, nor such did she deliver, twice from peril at the hands of Greeks. He was to be the ruler of Italy, potential empire, armor of war, to father men from Teucer's noble blood, and bring the whole world on the law's dominion. It glories to be won by deeds like these. Cannot arouse him if he will not survive. For his own honor does he begrudge his son. Ascanius, the high strongholds of Rome, what has he in mind? What hope to make him stay amid a hostile race, and lose from view Ausonian progeny, Labian lands? The man should sail, that is the whole point. Let this be what you tell him as from me. He finished and fell silent. Mercury made ready to obey the great command of his great father, and he first tied on the golden sandals, winged, that high in air transport him over seas or over land, abreast of gale winds. Then he took the wand, with which he summons pale souls out of Orcus, and ushers others to the undergloom, lulls men to slumber or wakens them, and opens dead men's eyes. This wand in hand, he can drive winds before him swimming down along the storm cloud. Now aloft he saw the craggy flanks and crown of patient Atlas, giant Atlas, balancing the sky. Upon his peak, his pine-forested head in vapor cowled, beaten by wind and rain. Snow laid upon his shoulders, rills cascaded down his ancient chin and beard of bristle, caked with ice. Here Mercury of Selene hovered first uneven wings. Then down he plummeted to sea level and flew on like a low-flying gull that skims the shallows and rocky coast, where fish ply clothed in shore. So, like a gull between the earth and sky, the progeny of Selene, on the wing, from his maternal grandsire, split the winds to the sandbars of Libya. And I'm going to leave it off like that. I'll see you in the next video. Please comment below and please like the video or not like it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.